pretty slow-moving day. Didn't do a whole bunch. Did a quick walk in nature. I had breakfast with my uncle. I haven't seen him in 3 years, maybe. I have a few uncles. And, talked about my car accident and a few other things. I still have to get that fixed. The car. The front bumper, headlight, and the horn is disconnected as well. Probably gonna call about making an appointment tomorrow. I don't like making appointments. I don't like going to appointments. I don't like having my car in a shop and then not having it. I'll have a loaner car more than likely, but it's a waste of time and money, which unfortunately it was my fault. I'm in the fault for this because I rear-ended somebody, but it was a weird situation. I was going probably like 10, like I was going really slow, so it wasn't that big of a deal. They had an SUV. Most of the damage went on my vehicle. Smaller car. They had a big SUV. It was a big brick of a vehicle. So they got a small scratch. I got my whole front crinkled up. And I don't know what I would do if they didn't go through my insurance, because they're going through my insurance, which makes me look like a bad driver, and it goes on my record raising my insurance. So I have to use my insurance now, because if I pay out of pocket, my insurance is already going up anyway, so I don't save anything, I just pay more. So it's kind of shitty that she would do that, but I mean, you can't really blame her because I wasn't paying attention. So I mean, out of all vehicles, say it, I had a Mercedes, like a new Mercedes, but it just left like one tiny scratch that's like worth like $200, and she was ranting that it has to go through insurance and it's gonna cost like $5,000, which even if they took the whole panel off, I don't think it'd be worth $5,000. So I think she was just being a Karen, but I mean, it is what it is. It's over. This was about 4 weeks ago. So I gotta go in and get that done, which is annoying, but it has to be done. And when it's done, I think I'm gonna go for a road trip one of these weekends coming up in the spring. Maybe in June I'll do a road trip. I'll go to a different town somewhere, a few hours away, or, something like that. Something that's just like a long day trip, and then maybe camp out there. I could see some of my family members that are in surrounding areas and just kind of vibe, just kind of try to get back with nature or whatever, kind of reset my brain and de-stress, declutter, and just kind of remove myself from kind of the chaos and nonsense that I've been getting into recently with just the way that life keeps hitting me, which is hitting all of us, I'm sure. I don't think there's anyone that can live a life and then clear themselves out of the problems that arise out of life. It's kind of how you go with it. You gotta roll with the punches and stuff, but I'm overdue for some sort of vacation. I don't have a lot of money, but I have enough to fill up my tank and go somewhere pitch a tent and, camp by a creek or a lake or something in a mountain in the woods, and I don't have my dog anymore, which is a bummer. My dog would really enjoy that. Rest in peace. I did speak about my dog earlier with my uncle. His cat recently passed away, and I didn't give my condolences. I guess I forgot. He was just kind of talking about it. And I said I haven't heard from my dog too, and I don't know if I said, sorry for your loss or whatever. Not out of malice, but I don't have the best conversational skills. I guess it is sort of unnecessary to say, I guess. It's kind of implied just by, talking about it. But so that happened, and he's gonna get some new kittens apparently, and maybe a new car. He was looking at dealerships. I don't tell anyone that I have a YouTube channel. I just kind of keep this as like a private side hustle. I don't think telling him or any of my family or anybody would necessarily invite negative energy, but I prefer to just have this as my own thing. We briefly talked about work. I didn't really go into detail about what I'm doing for work. I said it didn't pay very good, and he's retired, and we talked about my sister for a little bit. My dad got mentioned, and neither of us have seen him for a couple of years, and told him everyone's doing good, and he paid for the breakfast. I recommended a place. I've been going to this place, a local place, a few blocks away, and it's pretty cheap, and it seems like they're using real ingredients, which is nice, so I might go there tomorrow as well. I'm kind of just having like a breakfast and then kind of coasting through the day most of the day, and having a lean cut of protein or something at night is kind of what I've done this week. Eggs are definitely healthy for the brain. They have a lot of choline in them. There's a lot of choline supplements out now. Somewhat hyped about choline supplements. There's somewhat of a hype about choline supplements. Acetylcholine and alpha GPC, or whatever it's called, among others. So tomorrow is going to be Friday. My bad if you're listening to this on a different day after this comes out, like if it sounds weird listening to this in the future, but as I record this, tomorrow's Friday, and I don't work, and I've been having some problems. Sorry, that's a burp. Kind of a hiccup even too. It was a weird thing, but I don't work, and I've been having weird problems with the middle manager at my job. He's kind of an asshole. A fake nice asshole, which is the worst type of asshole, but also kind of a useless asshole, because a middle manager is actually, a lot of the time, no offense to anyone who's a middle manager watching this, there has to be at least one. If this gets many views, it's a common profession, but middle managers are less important than the workers even. Like, no offense, at least the one at my job is. I mean, some are important, like if they're in shipping and receiving, have to, do a bunch of invoices and, figure things out, but this isn't that. This is just a weird dude that kind of micromanages, and then there's his boss, which is kind of a Karen that doesn't do anything. It does even less, just sends emails to people trying to get funding because it's a non-profit or whatever. But it's not really a non-profit. It's kind of I don't want to get too much into it to try to get myself doxxed or whatever, but a lot of the people there are kind of toxic, and I can be as well sometimes, I'm sure, but he actually started this checklist to, like, the duties that you have to do. You have to do a certain amount of things, and he made a checklist. I've been there 6 years, and he's a new hire, like the old boss left. He made this checklist, and I did everything, checked everyone, and he says that I didn't, and then he wrote me up, and I don't know if that's just to have leverage over me because I wasn't kicking his ass, kissing his ass, or if he actually thought that I wasn't doing my job, or if he's incompetent, or what's going on. But so he wrote me up, and then passive aggressively, after the write-up, I did less work, to kind of say, like, fuck you to the guy, and he texted me, good job this week, like, kind of implying that I'm doing better, and it's like, what the fuck is this guy? He's stupid. Like, I was doing my job, and then he wrote me up, and now I'm doing less work, and he told me good job. It's like, is he playing like trying to set me up, saying good job so I keep doing it so he can fire me, or is he actually so stupid that he thought I wasn't doing my job and that he won or something? But, or maybe, I don't know, but it's weirdo shit. Like, he says good job, and I, like, passive aggressively did like half the work that I've done for 6 years. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. Something's wrong with him or something, but I think part of the problem is his boss, the actual boss. It was a lady, saw me, like, reading on my shift, like, 3 years ago, and has had a grudge on me ever since. Like, I don't, like, bow and kiss her ass, and everyone seems to do that, and I just don't care. Like, I don't know if it's antisocial, if I'm being an asshole, or if I'm just not trying to be fake, but, like, she's kind of a bitch, and she treats everyone like shit, and we don't really get paid well, so, I mean, why am I gonna, like, bow before her? Like, I don't know, but that's kind of what this is, that, and then she saw me, like I said, she saw me reading a book on my break, like, 3 years ago, and she was like, what the fuck? like a light bulb went off in her brain, like, hey, this guy must not be working or doing anything, he has time to read a book, we need to lean on him. And she tried leaning on me through the old manager for like 3 years, and it didn't work, so it's not going to work with this guy either. It's just, it makes it unenjoyable to work there, is all it does. And, I mean, if she sees I'm unhappy and I don't quit, then she probably thinks that she's doing something. I don't know what her thought process is. She might be getting off on it, but it's kind of weird. But he wrote me up, like I said, and, like, I said I disagree with everything you just said, and he says, well, I checked, and I checked personally, and they weren't done. I said, I still disagree, like, they were done, and, like, I was being very disagreeable. Like, when he first brought me into the office, he said sit down like 3 times, and I just kept telling him, no, I'll stand, and then, instead of signing, I just wrote scene, so, I mean, and then I did, like, half the work this week than I would have if he didn't do that, and then he texted me, good job. It's like, maybe he just backed down, maybe he saw that, like, I don't give a shit, like, about his opinion, or that I saw through what they were doing, or whatever. I know they can't hire anyone better, because I'm actually doing the job as in the job description. So, I mean, they get rid of me, and then they have to take time to train someone new, and then it's going to be either the same thing or even worse, because there's a lot of people that don't even do the job, and I actually was doing the job. So it's better if they don't piss me off, because unless they just don't care if it gets done or not, and they just want to fuck around with the employees, I don't know. But so anyways, I don't work tomorrow, so I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing. I'll probably have the same breakfast and then try to get something to do, but like, I don't have much of a social group, and I was doing wrestling and MMA for a while, but I injured my wrist, and I still need another week off of that, and then I might have to get the car fixed, see if I have a loaner car. But I mean, I'm kind of unmotivated to even go back. Like, I don't want to quit, because it's kind of like the quote-unquote third space. Like, MMA gyms are kind of like the third space for men now. So I don't really want to quit and then just be like a loner sitting at home all the time. And I have a scrolling problem. I think everyone has a scrolling problem at this point. Yeah, but it would be good to see my uncles again and do that road trip or whatever, but we'll see when I get my car fixed. As for everything else, I took 2 weeks off the gym because of the wrist, and I haven't really been feeling it. I haven't noticed any, like, muscle loss, because I've still been active doing, like, skateboarding and work and some nature walks and things, so I haven't really noticed too much. I have enough calories to maintain and not enough to gain fat, so I don't exactly know what to do, but I'm thinking about changing my hair. Maybe get like a Caesar cut or an Edgar. And then I was also thinking maybe just grow it out and then do a slick back. So I could maybe shave the beard, keep a goatee, or do clean shave. Then I was also thinking maybe grow the beard out. I have Rogaine. I don't know if I'm going to even use it. I'm kind of paranoid about it. I need some new clothes. I need some sort of makeover, a new look. I haven't been attracting the right people. I've been getting noticed by the wrong people, and I don't even know where younger women are to attract. Like, everywhere I go, like, all I see is seniors. I see, like, women that are, like, 60. It's a weird time right now, I think, because everyone sort of lives online or in their own bubbles that they've established like 10 years ago. That's what happens when you hit 30. So I'm kind of drifting around, as I've always kind of drifted around, and trying to find my place still at an advanced stage. Looked at the news earlier with this Iran situation. The straits closed again. There's a funny joke, the gays of Hormuz. That was a good one. I've seen it posted a few times in meme formats and in interviews, and you know, it's funny. It's funny. I like jokes that have wordplay in them. I actually have a acquaintance that I used to work with, that's Persian, and he's gay, and I used the joke on him. I don't think he found it funny, but he didn't like Karen over it and get triggered either. He just didn't like it in the Instagram chat or whatever. He doesn't live here anymore. But I think I'm gonna end this in like 2 minutes, maybe something like that. It's at 20 minutes now. I think if I ended at 22 minutes, that would be a solid video. It'd be good if people like like and subscribe and click the notification bell and all that stuff. I know I haven't been consistent in posting a lot of the time, but it's something I'll get back into. It really sucks that my other channel got demonetized because I actually just started making money on that, and there was like a lot of momentum and motion going. I was getting pretty close to 10,000 subscribers, and I think I've probably lost 1,000 or so in the last couple months. So I mean, I haven't been posting on it, but that's just the way she goes sometimes. I posted a video of Luigi Mangione, and they flagged me for terrorism and kind of blew up basically like at least 5 years of work. So I mean, it's kind of annoying to say the least. Shows you how, you know, replaceable you are and everything. But I hope everyone's doing well. I hope they're gonna have a good sleep. If you already fell asleep, that's good, because it's gonna boost my retention rate on my videos. God bless everybody. Stay safe. Stay in school. Stay in work. Stay off of the drugs. Yeah, just live a good life. Try to get out and touch grass. Walk in nature every now and again. I wish everyone the best. And I'm going to end this now.